made it.
Are you almost ready?
Yeah.
We're going to give people maybe another minute or so, we'll get going, because it looks like we've got some people already joining us, but we'll get going very quickly to talk about how we can help you build an effective digital storefront. So we're first-timers here doing this live broadcast thing, so it's very exciting. At least I'm excited.
It's very cool.
It's good, good.
Yeah.
And I think it looks, so far, so good. Looks like everything's working. So,
Yeah.
but we'll get going very soon here. We'll do a little demo of websites and things like that, and we'll talk about ways you can build your business. I mean, that's what we're all about here at ASI, and hopefully we'll have lots of people joining us and getting some good ideas. And here on a dreary Thursday afternoon, at least it's dreary here in Pennsylvania, but hopefully it's sunny where you are. But we'll get going very soon.
All right. Should we go ahead and get started?
All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. And to those of you out on the West Coast, good morning. We're very excited. We're broadcasting live from ASI Studio here at Trevose, PA today. My name is Jamie Toomas. I've been working with ASI distributors for over 8 years. It's hard to believe it's that long. But I've been talking with distributors every day to help them with their business. And a big part of the way that people want help, of course, is online. How do I get better to reach people online, to sell online? And, of course, nowadays that also means on your smartphones, your tablets, everything else. So that's what we're going to focus on today, is how to build an effective digital storefront. And I'm joined by Hannah Greenhall here. Hannah, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good to see you. Now, tell us what you do here at ASI, Hannah.
Well, I am a senior web designer. I've been working here at ASI for the past roughly 6 years now. I work with suppliers and distributors to design websites for them that are not only on brand and kind of bringing their visions to life, but are also following a lot of modern design trends in the web world. So this is definitely a very exciting topic to talk about. So.
Nice. Well, thanks for joining me here. And she's being modest, by the way. She's really our web guru here at ASI. So that's really.
I try.
Yeah, she's gonna cover the heavy duty design stuff later on, though. So, but that's what this is all about, is helping you grow. And I think so often I talk with distributors who, even in 2018, which is still pretty shocking to me, I've worked off and on in e-commerce for 20 years, and there's still people today who don't have a website, or they have maybe a 10 or 15-year-old site that doesn't have any function to it. There's no way to really connect with customers that way. Or people are out there trying, which is a good thing, and hopefully everyone here participating is trying as well, and they're not sure what to do. So that's what we're going to cover, is what types of features and functions make a website effective. We'll look at a site, too, that I think works very well, and kind of point out ways that it's going to enable a business owner like yourselves to succeed more online. And then Hannah's going to take over some of the discussion of specific custom design. So to take it to a next level, to really hopefully bring your vision of what you want to do out there to your website. So first up, we're going to switch over here. We're going to look at a site. So let's do that right now. Make sure we're here. Okay. So if you see here, we've got a pretty good looking site. And I think one of the big things with any website that you have for your business is you want to make sure you're conveying what you're doing really, really quickly. Because let's face it, we typically make a decision in 3, maybe 5 or 10 seconds, whether we're going to stay on a site, if there's value here for us. And so I think this site does a good job of that. This labeled promotional products company here. Mm-hmm. They're quickly showing off all these products. So you've got good-looking products here. There's bags, there's shirts, there's some cool tech items as well. And then you can see even all kinds of things. So, there we go. I lost my cursor there for a second. I thought it was hidden behind that bag, that really, really cool bag. So, but then other things too, they're quickly showing off some other, sort of categories. All these categories, they happen to be hot product categories in the industry, all of these subcategories as well. So again, really quickly conveying these things. By the way, contact info. How many times are you on a site and you want to reach out to the company. You want to find their phone number, maybe an email address. Really important. Make sure that's there. You want to get that phone call from that customer. Whoever's visiting your site, you want to talk to them. So really a key function there. As I scroll down, you'll see it looks like we've got a category of products here. It looks like it's hats. I happen to know that on this website, this switches out on a weekly basis. What a great idea to be able to constantly show your customers new products. Does that make sense, Hannah? You think that's
new featured ideas are definitely something that's important to kind of showcase, because then you actually have users coming back to your site and being able to see new content, so that your site isn't always the same exact thing over and over again. Or you, of course, want some things to kind of remain in the same place, but stuff like that, we want to have featured products, is definitely very important. A place where you can use it for, say, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or for some sort of race event. It can all be catering to specific, time periods, which, is more exciting for your customers that are coming to the site.
Good point. Good point. So let's go back. And there we are again. So we've got, and as I keep scrolling down the screen here, again, lots of stuff, but it looks like a good-looking corporate site that we're seeing a lot nowadays, with some branding, not a whole lot of buttons and links and things like that, but enough that's going to let you know what this company can help you with. I even see events here, and as I'm scrolling over, it looks like these are all clickable links. So I see trade show, I see high-end gifts, more good ideas to give to your customers as a distributor. And even down here, looks like I can connect, I can find out more about the company. I've got a product of the day. I can assume maybe that's going to switch out as well on a daily basis. That looks like a good thing.
Yeah.
And then even here with videos. Maybe you want to put some videos about your company or or how you interact with customers. If you have a brick and mortar storefront, great idea, of course, again, letting them connect with you. Put a Google Maps feature like this has here. Looks like there's industry news. Maybe I want to learn more about this, and then they can even sign up for a newsletter. But the other thing I'm going to do, looks like I can do a search here. So I want to make sure that I can find products. So I'm going to look up a power bank. I'd like a really hot tech product, like a power bank.
Yep.
And I assume you've got an extra power bank or two around to make sure all your...
Oh, for sure. I have lots.
Nice. Yeah, and it's really...
I camp a lot, so it's totally necessary.
Yeah, and, so plus since we all need one, what a great handout, for your customers. So I did my search here. Looks like my connection is a little bit slow. We had really great connection all morning, so hopefully this will start to come up here. So, but here's my site. So lots of products coming in. There we go. Finally some images there. But not only some good-looking products, but also all these filters to just help me as the customer find what I'm looking for very quickly, even lots of ways. So the idea is, again, show off what you're doing. Let your customers see this. I literally brought on a new member yesterday. Very excited to come on board. He didn't get the website with us right off the bat, but his customers kept calling him saying, hey, I want to see what you can do. He signed up on his second day and added the website with us. So, but I'm going to click on one of these products so your customer can kind of see what the products are all about. And of course, if you're going to have products on your website, make sure you've got good-looking images. Hopefully show a diversity. I see, the product there. They can even, on this site, the customer can add their logo. So as they're shopping on their site, and how great is that? When your customer can see their logo on the products, they're going to be so much more likely to make a purchase.
I know for someone like myself, I need to see it visually. And, at 11 o'clock at night when I'm actually shopping for these sort of things, I want to see what my logo looks like and not necessarily have to bother you in order to actually get some sort of sample of what it's going to be when I actually get a final product.
It's the truth, and any ASI distributor will tell you that your chances of closing the sale skyrocket to 80 or 90% when the customer sees what that product's going to look like. So
what this site is really doing really successfully is something that's lots of ease of use. There's not an overload of content, that just the right amount of content that's necessary is there. You've got the full-width banner in the very beginning, which is activating a lot of the space in the website itself and also saying a lot about the company right off the bat, which is also very important. You've got a lot of idea generation on this site. So when someone comes to your website, it's not just like, okay, I don't really know what I want. Because you're right, sometimes people have no idea. That's why your website is fantastic as a tool to be able to help people sort of generate these ideas, especially if you have great deals with specific suppliers or whatever you're doing on your end. I just wanted to show an example of a custom site that we do that's not so promotional specific. So I designed for this customer a agency style site. So they really are taking this website to its full, extent of capabilities. They really wanted to showcase not just their promotional product capabilities, but also that they do these other services for people. So again, this is something that doesn't have a lot of text. It's very simple text. It's telling you very quickly what they're doing. It's a personal relationship style agency. So that's why this is a nice big banner. There's a very popular thing which is called a parallax scroll, so it gives the website a little more life and animation. There's these micro interactions where someone can come to the site and know that this is a clickable element and that it would go through to another page that might have more information, or maybe there's some collections specific to that item. So again, it's very simple, very clean. It's following their color sort of styles, and not adding a whole bunch of extra type, not a whole bunch of extra colors going on. So it's much easier to look at and much quicker read. So yeah. Oh, and also something to mention with this one: this is responsive, so it can go on tablet, it can go on phone. So someone can be on the bus and shop. Someone can be on their tablet at 11 o'clock at night, like I do my shopping, and be sitting in their bed and make some sort of purchase or know more about your company just from that.
Do you really do a lot of shopping late at night?
I really do. It's like the best time to do it.
Well, we're going to cover that later towards the end, is late night shopping tips from Late Night Shopping. So,
yes.
So be prepared for that.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So that's awesome. And it looks like there's, I guess, you can often kind of, to my point earlier, kind of hopefully bring the vision that the customer has to the internet out there as well. So that's great. So the other thing too, if you have questions as we're going through this, please make sure that you're posting them there on Facebook as well, on the page there. So because we want to answer those at the end. So what would you say are the top? And we covered a few things here, Hannah. But what would you say? I mean, is there anything else we missed as far as things that you want to have content-wise to be an effective digital storefront?
Well, we went over a couple things, but definitely want to have that contact information on every page so that, yes, you do want people calling you from this thing. Your website is not just this static tool that automatically does everything for you. It is definitely a sales tool, but it's definitely something that's generating some sort of touch point with you. You want to have those touch points to have that relationship with your customers. And really, this is just something that's available 24/7. In terms of actual design trends, icons are always very popular. Using specific images and type to their advantage so that you're not using as much content is super important. So you're not having paragraphs and paragraphs of text or lists and lists of menus. Nobody wants to sit and read through everything. They're not going to spend the time doing that. So by having really quick reads, it's a lot easier to get people to come back.
And you mentioned responsive before. I think that's so huge because I still call it mobile friendly sometimes. And Hannah slapped me yesterday when I mentioned that term, but which was the term I used to use. But it's really responsive is such a great way to say it, because that just means that your website is responding to the view that your customer has. So whether they're on a small phone, big phone, tablet, laptop, whatever the heck they're on, you can build a website so that it fits right into that. And it's not just fits, but it looks good and it's functional. So really, really big part of this, because let's face it, nowadays we're all on our phones so much of the time. We're not just on our laptops or PCs or whatever that is. So good. Well, that's good to see some of the things we can do design-wise. So I know we have a few questions. So let's see. We got one of our assistants here, Jackie, is handing us the questions live here. So let's see here. Looks like we have, was the opening page stock graphics and options for us to choose, or was that all custom? So good idea. So and truth be told, these sites, as you can probably guess, they're all ASI built websites. So the first site we looked at is what I would call a basic website. We can build one of those sites for you literally within a couple of days. We typically take your logo. One of our designers picks out a quick template and a color scheme to look good with it, and we push it live. And then what Hannah's team can do is, when you have that vision, when you have specific, let's take a look at that. Good idea. So when you have a specific vision, maybe you want to have specific brands, maybe categories of product. Maybe you really want to show off a lot about your business. Maybe you want to incorporate other things. A lot of people out there, of course, sell a lot more than promotional products. Maybe you're a printing company or you're a marketing company, and you want to show off some of those things. So again, that's where we talk about taking this vision, adding in everything that you're doing to make the site as effective as possible. All right, so there's that. As a new distributor, does ASI build websites thinking of joining? Okay, so yes, so it kind of answered that question already. But that's the idea. We can build your site really, really quickly, and they're relatively really low cost as well. how do I get more traffic? Another good site. So I don't know if you want to touch on that, Hannah. I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, so you get more traffic by really utilizing all the other tools you have available for you on the website, on every website. So you've got social media, you've got email marketing, and you've got even reviews with Google. So if you have really great relationships with your customers, definitely try to get out there and say, hey, we've been working really well together, and I hope that, everything's been going very well on your end as well. If you wouldn't mind spending a few seconds and just giving me a review on Google, I would really appreciate it. So those sort of things are definitely ways to get more traffic, but there's so much involved in that, actually. It would be great to have another Facebook Live event over that because, again, there's a lot you can do with that.
I think it's a great idea. Maybe that'll be our next one, is how to drive traffic. And keep in mind, too, we also have programs here at ASI. We can help you. We have a local search engine optimization traffic to drive local traffic. We have a Facebook program, Instagram, and we can even do pay-per-click advertising. So something to keep in mind. So the next one is responsive the same as mobile friendly? And I touched on that one. So not quite the same. So responsive is really the
Well, let me just say one thing real quick.
Yeah,
so mobile friendly means your phones. It responds to your phone.
Okay.
And responsive means that, yes, it goes to every screen size. You can have it on your desktop and downsize the screen a little bit. Now you can have your website open as well as, an Excel file open if you wanted to and see both at the same time. So, but that will respond to it and not have everything cut off of the actual edges of the page.
I should just let you answer that one earlier anyway. Okay, I'm new to the industry. I already have a website. How can I easily add promotional products to my site? So, again, probably the easiest way that I'd certainly recommend is let us build a site for you. So if you have a website out there, you can link over to one of our sites. We'll brand it for you. We push it live quickly. So now your customers can come into your site, link right over, and start shopping and even make purchases on one of those websites. All right, so do most distributors have their own site, or do they use the ASI sites? It's a great question. I think it really depends on what you're trying to do online. There's a lot of companies out there who use our sites as their complete corporate presence. It's such a robust tool. Again, we brand it for you. You can attach your own domain names, your own website address to the site, so you can have people type in your website address, they take you right to that site. And again, if you already have maybe a nice corporate site that you like to use, then just link over to one of our sites. Does ASI offer social media or SEO assistance? So great question. So I mentioned that earlier. So we do have programs that do that as well. And we're going to post some contact info, a phone number, also one of the websites as well. GetESPWebsites.com happens to be one that talks about a lot of the design options that you have. All right, looks like another question just came in here. I'll let you read that if you want.
All right, this one's from Tony. Will products in your online stores have reviews that customers can browse to get comfortable with an item before purchasing?
We don't really post reviews yet for that. Certainly, if you're already a distributor, you can read reviews about other suppliers. But there's no product reviews right now on our websites.
So I want to mention something like that. We do have an option in the back end of the admin where you can go ahead and choose to only feature suppliers that have higher star ratings. So if you want to encourage your customers that, you only work with suppliers that have 4 and plus star ratings, that's one way you can make things a little more comfortable for your end buyers.
It's a great point. The sites, it's another thing. So we do a lot of the work for you. We build it, we host it for you. But there's easily 100 different ways to customize the sites, whether it's products, pricing, high-rated suppliers. Yep. So really, it's a really very, very customizable publishing tool. All right, another question from Kim. When you click on a shirt color, it doesn't change. Is it static or dynamic? So there's a lot of variables with product colors. We certainly urge suppliers to give us lots of images. And with a lot of the products, you'll see that you can literally scroll through on a page. I won't show it right now, but you can scroll through and see the different colors there, give you different options. But I think maybe the question is, can I just click on the shirt and have it change color? That function's not really there, but usually you're going to see multiple options.
That's usually dependent on the supplier uploading those images to our actual database. So.
Yeah, but they're typically really high res, good looking images, and a lot of times you'll see different options.
Yeah.
All right, want to read that one?
All right. This one says, "What is the time frame for you building a site?" Well, that one's actually kind of tough question to answer just because it depends on how much you want to do. For just building out of the box, it can be super quick. Like once you get the ESP website, it's done as soon as, a couple days?
Usually 2 to 3 business days we'll build you a basic site.
But if you want a fully custom site, that's where we kind of work with you a little bit more and talk about, what you actually want, and then we kind of build from there as to like when we can get it up and running.
Cool. Well, it looks like that's at least the first set of questions we got asked. Keep asking if you have more questions, because what we're going to do, we'll keep looking at this. We'll post the answers on Facebook, so keep an eye out for that as well. But that's everything we're going to cover here today. So thanks so much for joining us. It's been fun doing our first. Did you have fun, Hannah?
Yeah.
Our first live Facebook thing?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get invited back. Who knows? So, but again, thanks again. I hope everyone got a few takeaways from all of this here, and I hope it was productive for you. And again, reach out to us. We're here to help you every step of the way. That's that's the whole mantra here at ASA. Well, it looks like we got a couple more. So we'll answer them right now. So. We'd love to see a go live about customizing. Okay, so a live program about customizing ESP websites. Great thought. We actually do that at our shows. Some of you might have even been in one of our classes. So we can have a whole session about how to customize. And by the way, there's tons of free training and support. There's live classes that show a lot of this stuff. There's training videos in the help section of the back end of your site. We call that the admin page on your site. So never hesitate to get in touch with us if you need any help at all. And I'll let you answer that one, Anna.
And this one is, are you considering creating an app for customized online store?
But I think sometimes when people ask this question, they're referring to the customer. And so keep in mind, because the sites are responsive, your customer can actually go on their phone, type in your address, and go right to your website and be able to browse and shop. So keep that in mind, too. So is that everything? Do we have more? Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll wrap it up. But thanks so much for the questions and for helping us through all this stuff. Again, it was really fun.
Yeah.
And keep asking the questions. We'll try to post answers out there. But thanks again for everybody's time. Please reach out to us if you have any needs for assistance at all.
Questions.
Yeah. And
sure.